Good morning, children. Today we will start with Unit 1, Chapter 2 Diversity and Discrimination. Now, in the previous session, we have learnt about diversity, prejudice, and stereotypes. Now, discrimination and inequality. Prejudice and stereotypes leads to discrimination and denial of equal opportunities to people. So, children, discrimination happens when people act on their prejudice or stereotypes. That is, when people have negative feeling about other individual or a group of individual. Then from there is a rise of discrimination. People start discriminating other person. If you do something to put other people down, if you stop them from taking part in certain activities like prevent them from taking water from the same well or hand pump, or not allow them to drink tea in the same cup or glasses as others, you are discriminating against them. Now, discrimination takes place on the basis of religion, race, caste, and gender, and it leads to backwardness. And because of that, the life and dignity of a person is hurt, and he or she feels disrespected. Now, discrimination can be on the basis of gender. Gender discrimination therefore refers to inequality between people of opposite gender. That is, discrimination between a male child and a female child. Apart from this, one serious area of discrimination is the gender discrimination at workplace also. So, children, boys and girls are discriminated in many aspects, like we think that a male child is a superior and stronger one, and he can work outside the home, whereas for a female child we think that the girl child is supposed to work at home as she is delicate and not so strong. So from that, the gender inequality arises between a male and a female. Now, children, another difference between the individuals is their economic background, that is, their economic status, whether they are rich or poor. Economic inequality is also known as income inequality and wealth inequality. It is the difference between rich or poor. People who are poor do not have the resources or the money to meet their basic needs of food, clothing, and shelter. They experience discrimination in their workplace, in hospitals, schools, where they are treated badly because they are poor. They are not having their enough money for their livelihood. Some people may experience both kind of discrimination. That is, they are poor and they belong to groups whose culture is not valued also. So there is religious discrimination also, children, when some religion groups are not given equal importance in the society, and the people are discriminated on the basis of religion, culture, tradition, the language they speak. In the following section, we will look at how a famous Indian was discriminated against. This will help us understand in which caste was used to discriminate against large number of people. So people are engaged in different kind of works like teaching, carpentry, pottery, weaving, fishing, farming, etc. to earn a livelihood. However, certain kinds of work are valued more than others. This belief gives rise to caste system, that is the upper caste and the lower caste. Those who placed themselves at the top of this ladder called themselves upper caste and saw themselves as superior. The groups who were placed at the bottom of the ladder were seen as unworthy and are called as untouchables. This is a picture of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, one of the greatest leaders of India. He shares his first experience of caste-based discrimination, which took place in 1901 when he was just 9 years old. He had gone with his brother and cousin to meet his father in Koregaon, which is now in Maharashtra. But when he returned back, the station master started inquiry about him because as he was well dressed, so no one could make out that they were untouchables or they were Dalits. And the station master was quite sure that he was a Brahmin child and was extremely touched at the way he was talking to him. And then the station master asked Ambedkar that which community does he belong. He said that he belongs to Mahar. Mahar is one of the community which were treated as untouchables in Bombay Presidency at that time, and the station master was stunned. His face behalf stood silent and not knowing what to do. So the station master was not able to judge that what should he do now. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar is considered as the father of the Indian Constitution and he is also the best known leader of the Dalits. Dr. Ambedkar fought for the rights of Dalit community. He was the first person from his caste who completed his college education and went to England to become a lawyer. And then he fought for Dalits and for their rights. He said that a people and their religion must be judged by social standards based on social ethics. No other standard would have any meaning if religion is held to be necessary good for the well-being of the people. So he said that religion should not be considered to judge a particular person. A person must be judged on how he behaves with others and how he is good to others. Now children, striving for equality. India gained freedom in 1947, but our constitution maker realized that political freedom was meaningless unless it was accompanied by social and economic equality. So in India became independent in 1947 and in our constitution it is laid that India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and a republic state and there were many provisions made for social and economic equality of a person. The writers of the Constitution also said that respect for diversity was a significant element in ensuring equality. They felt that people must have the freedom to follow their religion, speak their language, celebrate their festivals, and express themselves freely. They said that the government must treat all the religions equally. Therefore, India became a secular country where people of different religions and faiths have the freedom to practice any religion and follow their religion without any fear of discrimination. After independence, the government was committed to the upliftment of untouchables as was desired by our founding fathers Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman of the Constituent Assembly. He framed the Indian Constitution and raised voice against caste discrimination, and he also demanded equal respect and equal rights for untouchables. He fought along with Mahatma Gandhi for the rights of untouchables. So, this chapter points out that inequalities exist even today. Equality is a value that we have to keep striving for and not something which will happen automatically. So, people's struggles and positive actions by the government are necessary to make this a reality for all. So, children, bye for now. Have a good day. Bye bye.